Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave. Woot! Just got back from a little trudge around the neighborhood, getting some exercise in, hence it's a little wee chilly out there. So a lot of ice, had to wear cleats and that sort of thing to go for a walk, but I needed to go for a walk. I was getting a little itchy and scratchy here. And lo and behold, there on the doorstep was a new prize for me. As you know from my video I did on my health issues and things like that, I now have a pacemaker. They actually put it in your shoulder just below your collarbone, and unfortunately that means a backpack goes right over it, the straps, and if I have any weight or anything on there, it really irritates it. It's just under the skin, so which means I had to change my whole setup for carrying things when I go on a day walk or a walkabout or go camping or anything like that. I have to say hello to Mary. She's come to check it out. And I had to make changes. And the only way I could figure out to do that is to get a Sling Backpack. In other words, just the one strap that'll go this side of me and will be comfortable enough. It's going to sit at an angle on my back, but I didn't have any other option. Well, I found one and it arrived today. So let's check it out. So what I'm talking about, Joe, is the G4Free is the manufacturer, and they have a Sling Backpack. Now I looked at a couple of them, and Mary is checking it out, and I was looking for certain features. One, it had to be something that I know wasn't going to interfere with any of my issues. I wanted it to be stable. Now I've looked at slingbacks before. I always felt that they slid around on me. They never stayed in one place. So I was looking for certain things. And the things I was looking for, some sort of a belly strap to hold it against me and to stop it from moving around. It had to be this way on me, not this way. This one is ambidextrous. In other words, you could wear it either way just by changing the belly strap across here. They had two that you could interchange to make it go either way you want to. So those are the features I was looking for, and lo and behold, I found one. And like I said, it's the G4Free Sling Backpack, and it's a 25 liter. Now, the reason I chose 25 liter is I've always carried a 25 liter backpack. Oh, Mary wants to be part of this video today, apparently. Anyway, a 25 liter backpack that I use for my day walks, and I found it carried enough for me. I could put some little bags on the back as long as it had Molly on it. This has Molly on it. I wanted to look at it now that it's here, and see what I have in it and how I'm going to pack it, and can I get everything into it. I'm going to show you it now. Here it is here, and you can see it there, and you can see I'll have to get Mary to move because she's determined to be part of this video. She's doing a fine inspection on it, and she's going to sit there and stare at you. So as you can see, it has the crossbody strap on it. It does have a little bag on the front of it here, and I'm going to have to move Mary because she's in the way. Hold on. So here we go, round two. I got her to sit down and face the other way. I'm trying to get her attention with something she can play with. So hopefully that'll keep her distracted. So I'm going to show you the front of it here. And as you can see, it has a pouch on the front, and it has little bags in the front here. And has really good zippers on it. And the tags on the zippers I kind of like. They're pretty heavy duty, easy to get to. And you can see the Molly on the front here. It does have this, which I don't need. And it does have the stick here. I'm going to start putting my own stuff on. All this stuff I have on the board here actually can go on here. And I think I'm going to do that now and get a little bit fancied up on my backpack. So you have that pouch there, and then there is a top pouch as well, a smaller one. And it does have little elastic band hooks here that you can put stuff in and keep it up top there. So you can see it there. On the sides, it does not have a side pocket, you can see, but it does have Molly, which will allow me to attach stuff. And the same thing on this side, the same thing there. And like I said, you can see how the sling works. Now I set it up. When it came, it was the other way, and I actually changed it over to be on this side of me here. So when I first put it on, I thought this is not going to work. It's too big. This is too long, and then I adjusted it, and it actually fit pretty well. So you can see here is where I'm talking about. This goes around your waist, these two here. And what that does is it holds it really firmly on you, which is what I was looking for. Your regular backpack stuff, it has the cooling mat on the back here, which allows a little bit of airflow and to stop you from sweating. And if you look closely, you can see a zip here, and underneath here is a zip there. This is a military style sling bag, and one of the things it has is a concealed carry slot in it, and that's what these are for either side, whichever side is you'll be using. And I'll show you. I didn't know this, but inside here it actually has a weapon holster. Now personally, I don't carry a weapon. I've done my time in the military. I've been there, done that. Never been a big fan of it. I know a lot of people out there do carry. I just choose not to. It's not, I have nothing against it. That's just my personal choice. If you do carry a concealed weapon, here is where you would store it, in here. And it has a pouch for it. Now, if you have your own one and it has Velcro on it, inside here, there is a Velcro, the hook system there where you can just stick it through so it doesn't bounce around and that, and you can set it up for easy access to get to. They do say this is designed so that when it is on you, you can swing it around, get into here and pull out your weapon. A couple of other things that I did want on a pack, and I do like, and that's this thing here, the little loop to carry it in your hand. Now, one of the reasons I like it, I like to hang my packs when I'm outdoors, especially if the ground is muddy or the snow or it's wet or for whatever reason. I like to hang my pack. And if you've seen my previous videos, the way I do is that I use a giant toggle, and it just sits on there. It's tied around the tree or whatever, and use a toggle to hang it. I don't have to look for a branch or anything like that to hang it on. So that's the basics of it. Now it does have a main pouch. So you've got the one in the front, the little one on top here. Whoops, that fell off. And you have your concealed pouch in the back. And that's pretty big actually. You could probably slip in a tablet or something like that into the back there if that's what you want to do. I don't recommend it because you sweat. But it does have a main compartment. And one thing I liked about it, it opened up fully. You see that? It fully opens up. It does have a laptop pouch here, and it does have on the bottom here a zip here with a mesh pocket in it as well, which is nice. But for me, I'm a big believer in what I call just a single pocket bag. I don't want a bunch of different ones in it where it's different slots. When it's closed like this, I can just throw all my stuff in because I have them in bags already and just stuff them in there, and it works a lot better for me. It does have this hard plastic clips on it, quick release, which is fine. It'll work just fine for me. It's easy to quick release. It does have on the shoulder, across the shoulder here, they use these big heavy duty quick releases. Work just fine. They're using the D-ring type cross piece here. There is a pouch for you to store maybe your cell phone or something like that in there. I'm not sure mine will fit in there, but you could put something in there for easy access here. For me, it's probably going to be a snack. So there you have it there. Like I said, you have your main compartment, the smaller compartment here, and then a little bit bigger pouch on the front here. Has MOLLE everywhere, and that was important as well to me. I think it's sturdy. This is really tough. It's thick. It's gonna, it's still a little stiff, but that's typical when you get this type of bag. the material it's made of, and we'll get into that, is will be like that. It's stiff when you first get it, and after a while, and you've packed things in and you've used it a bit, it kind of gets a little bit more flexible. So some of the information about it. It is water resistant, and you know, people say, what's the difference between water resistant and waterproof? Water resistant means that it can handle light rain, that sort of thing, and it'll run off. If this falls in the water, it's not waterproof. Water will get into it. But for light rain and that sort of thing, that's what they're talking about, resistant. It's a durable 600D polyester, so it's pretty thick, pretty tough. And this polyester, the D series, does have that water resistance to it, and it's also scratch resistant. So it's pretty hardy. It's pretty thick. Another thing that I looked at, because they said they're on there, double stitching on all the zips. And what they're talking about is, if you look here, you see there, this is doubled over on the zip. The zip piece here is actually come through doubled over, and then they actually put a strip over the top and sew that as well. So it's really sturdy on all the zips, which I thought was nice. Like I said, it does have molly, and there's a lot. You've got molly here, molly there, and molly on the sides. Molly's everywhere. The zippers are heavy duty. I don't think they are YKK because they don't say anything on there about it. I do like YKK zippers. They are sturdy. They do last a long time. But to be honest, on a lot of my old backpacks, I didn't have it, and I never really had a problem with my zippers. I've never had a zipper fail on me. Am I concerned? No. The other thing it has here, because it's not waterproof, it has a breather hole here, so if liquid gets in there, it's a drain hole, basically. They do not have any way to strap something onto the bottom here, but I'll figure out ways to get around that. I've ordered 3 items. I ordered this one, which is the big sling back. I ordered a smaller sling back for when I want to just maybe grab my rods and go fish for a couple of hours, or just go on a quick walkabout somewhere where I don't plan on doing anything, just walk about and come back. This will carry a little bit more if I'm planning to eat, make a meal, make a day of it. I'm going to carry more. So far, I'm liking this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to, with nothing in it, I'm going to put it on so that you can have a look at how it sits. Now, I can tell you that it took me a while to adjust the straps until I was happy with it. This has a lot of range on it. When I say range, I'm not a tall guy. I'm tall, and I'm about average. Now, if you're a big tall guy, you're going to have a longer torso. Plenty of room on this with a lot of extra strap. And I landed up having to pull all that strap in to get it to fit me. Let me put it on so you can see what it looks like. And then I'm going to hopefully grab some stuff here. You can see I had to take everything out and throw it over there and look at it and decide what I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with it. So I'm just going to use the quick release here to loosen it, and I'm going to put it over my shoulder. So I want it to go this way. So I'm just going to do that, just like that, and then use the front one here to pull it up tight against me. So, and it's just using that quick release snap on it, and that goes like that. So here you can see it there. You can see it's pretty snug on me here. I am wearing a fairly thick jacket, but I can adjust it if I'm wearing just a plain shirt that's not very thick. Here you can see these two here. Now, that's what I was looking for. Without it, it just really makes it loose. I'll show you what I mean. Let me just unsnap these two. So you just have one. Now, this happens. This is the problem I had before. Without that there, this tends to pull down and go to your side here like this. Now when this is full, it's upside down, and I found that they slipped, which is why I was never a big fan of these. Now I don't have a choice. So I looked for certain things. Putting this on stops all that. Now it can't slide down, and it stays because it's on across my belly here. So that's what I like about it. And you can see the pocket here. I'll have access to this pocket to put whatever I want in there. There is a slight gap here, but once this is filled out, there shouldn't be a gap there. So you can see it on my back. You can see how it sits. It's not straight up. It is at an angle, which was another reason I didn't like sling bags. They're at a slight angle, and what you tend to get is if you put things on the sides here, and I'm thinking of putting canteens. I have a military canteen here, standard military style that I modified. I actually have a bag on the bottom here. You can see I made straps to go on the bottom, and I used to just sling it over me and walk with it like that. So this would go on the side. Now when you have water in it, water is very heavy and it pulls, and what I'm worried about is it's going to pull one way. So when you put stuff like this on it, you're going to have to balance both sides. But we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like on my back. And you can see there. And these made all the difference. I'm glad that I took the time to see if there were out there that did have this on it, because I'd never seen it before. What am I going to put on it? I've been thinking about it, and I've got some stuff here, and I'm going to try and see what happens. But it's a first time try. You got to work on it. Now I've got to figure out how to put everything in. Now, like I said, this is my pack that I would use for a long walkabout. I use it for day walks. In other words, I'm going to be a long time out there all day. Start early in the morning and spend the whole day out and come back in the evening, which means I need to carry food, water, and all that good stuff with me. This is my bushcraft roll. Canteens. I have two. I have another one here with no pouch on the bottom. Am I going to use both or just one? I don't know yet. I do have a couple of things. Let me get them all for you. See that? A lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff to put in a 25 liter. What have I got? I'll go through them. What I would like to take with me. This here is my possibles pouch. I call it a things bag, and this is really for survival. I have all sorts of stuff in here, but this is just a pouch that I bought separate a long time ago that I attach to my packs, and as you can see, it has Molly on it, which means I can attach it to this guy, and there's a lot of places to put it. That's what I'm thinking right now. It is pretty big, but it carries everything I need in an emergency. What I like to carry in the main compartment is my cooking stuff and any of the big stuff. And like I said, it has that open pocket, which I like. This is one of them. And all it is I cut a piece of one of those yoga exercise mat things. It's kind of foam. I like this because especially in winter when I go on a walkabout, there's snow everywhere, and I like to find a fallen tree or something, sit on that and use that to do, make a cup of coffee or cook on and that sort of thing. Makes a great seat, and it's very thin, and just about every backpack you ever buy has a pouch for you to put in your laptop. And this fits in there, just like that. Now, a single burner stove and pot system. It's all in one bag. So I have the gas, the stove. It's one of those little single burner stoves, and I have a pot to cook in as well. This is my food and snack pouch. I actually have a tin of coffee in here. This is a waterproof dry bag. They're great. I got these from Sea to Summit. They're not very big, but they are waterproof. So if you have anything that you're worried about that might get damaged, or remember, it works the other way. If you've got something that may leak, you can put it in this bag and seal it in there and put it in your pack. Big enough for me to put whatever I'm going to be cooking or snacks or anything like that. That's got to go in here as well. So I'm just going to push it in here and sit it down. You can see it in there. This is it's a windbreak. It's one of those fold out steel, I think this is aluminum, folds out and gives you a windbreak around your stove, so that I will put it in that pouch behind my seat because it's flat. My fire starter kit. Everything I have in here, I have a lighter, ferro rod, magnesium. I have fire starter, which is kindling, so I'm just stuffing things in here right now. Water treatment. I use the Katadyn system. I have it in a little bag that I found. I think I got this little bag for about $3 at REI. This would have to go in here as well. Can you see the problem already? This is basically almost full, and I've still got this to go in, which is my bushcraft roll. So I'm going to have to rearrange this, and I know I can fit this all in there. And that just leaves me with external things. My canteen on the outside. Where am I going to put them? And that's going to be the determining thing is weight. I want it to be balanced. Here you can see I've just arranged things a little different, and it zips up just fine. So and you can see it fits in there just fine. Something I didn't mention, first aid. I have a fairly healthy first aid kit, and I always put it on the outside of my bag. Now the reason I do put it on the outside of my bag is I need quick access to it. If you've cut yourself or you've hurt yourself or something, you want quick access to your first aid kit. I always have it on the outside pouch of one of my packs. Another thing is I like to have is just a cloth like this that I can use to dry my hands, wipe things off. I want quick access to that. That goes in there just fine. And I haven't even used this small little pouch here. Typically, cell phone, car keys, my filming equipment is pretty small. When I go into the bush, I don't carry big tripods or anything like that. If I need to have my camera up high, I figure out a way to mount it using wood or whatever that's lying around there. I can always make a little makeshift tripod for it. I do have to carry batteries and stuff. That's going to go in here. That's it for everything that's going to go inside. So, yay, everything I want to carry, that'll get me through the day. The MOLLE system, if you're not familiar with it, is a military system, and it allows you to unclip things like this, and you actually thread them through here in and out. You can I've added the water bottle on this side, kind of. The same thing. This has the MOLLE as well, and you can see it has the straps. That's probably, I'm going to cheat just to see if it's going to work. So there you can see it's mounted on there now. That is a lot of stuff that you can put on here with MOLLE. So I can add a water bottle and probably another one on the other side. I have my possibles pouch, and I have access to everything. So really, I can put a lot in here. Basically what I was using before, using the regular backpack, which was a 25 liter as well. The G4Free Tactical Sling Backpack. And of course you've got your concealed carry pouch as well. How much did I pay for this? Well, that much. Not bad. I like this bag. It's good quality. It's solid. The material's very, very strong. It does have compression straps on the side so you can tighten up your bag. I just leave them loose. I don't normally use them. Although they are compression straps, sometimes I cheat and I use them to put I don't know, strap a tarp to the side of my pack. Now I've got an excuse to go walk about again. So here you can see it there. I have it on. I don't have anything in here. I've still got to figure out what's going in there, and it's probably going to be snacks. And you can see it on my back now. Now, it's still a little loose. I've still got to make some adjustments. I would pull these a little tighter together to keep it on my hips, rather carrying here than on my shoulders. Really important when you have one strap. You're going to be putting all the strain on one shoulder, and I tell you, it will affect your neck. Don't you forget now. Like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back again, along with the Missy. So, when you're packing, when you buy a backpack, you need to think about what you're going to buy, what you need, and what you're looking for, and get as close as you can to it. Once you do that, you buy it. Buy it from a place where you know you can do a return, because if it doesn't work, you're stuck with it. And if they accept the return, you can return it and look for another one. So there you have it. The way I look at getting a backpack and then seeing if it works. You will be safe out there. Just saying. Thanks for watching.